What's that over there?
Boo.
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Just, getting some cobblestone.
Red
Hello
stew.
there.
Anyway, yeah, over there. Oh, huh?
Pay up.
Oh god, you're lagging so bad.
Yeah, I know. It's been a thing.
You're robotic! um, hey. I have cobblestone if you want that. That's all
You know
I...
cobblestone ain't worth anything.
I mean down here where it's mostly deep slate, it kind of is. You know? But,
I have
yeah.
5 stacks of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. We don't have cobblestone in the end.
Yeah, that's why there's a cobblestone generator where you can infinitely generate cobblestone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Anyways. What are you up to?
Late though.
I'm late. With what?
I said until Monday. It's now Tuesday.
Oh, the payment! Right.
Yes, the payment.
Yes, the payment. Look, I've rented a bunch of books from that library over there, and,
Oh, so you're gonna steal from those too?
No, I've borrowed them. You see, they have a return policy, and I've been returning them on time, but, I've been so caught up in those books I was reading all weekend and
Yeah, I
completely
had
forgot.
a return policy too.
I was reading and studying all weekend and completely forgot.
Alright. How about I double it, and I give you until next week?
Double it? Ugh. Really? You're going to double it? That's...
Yes, I am.
You barely even gave me that much.
I gave you half a stack. Now I
Half
want
a stack of gold is nothing.
Then why don't you have it?
Well,
If it's nothing,
because...
then you should have it. You don't have an answer, do you?
There he is. It'll be around. It'll be around.
I expect it by next week.
And if I don't?
Well, I mean...
If I don't have it? Oh. That's a... Okay, that's a... huge sword. Oh. Bruh.
Just tripped him away.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. I'm just waiting for... Eris to come back, because he keeps
Alex
crashing.
bothering you again.
Oh, Alex! Alex, yeah, no, he's been fine. We were just discussing a compromise about the money I owe him.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, we're
Yeah.
working things out. I'm money
Oh.
you owe. Yes, I owe
They owe
him.
a debt.
I kind of owe him a bit of taxes for using. I paid. He gave me money to pay someone else to let me get these, farm the community crops. And he wants me to pay him back. So.
Yeah, I don't
It's-
think you've met them before, Solus.
It's quite silly, really. Oh, we haven't met. Oh, yeah. Are you from. You're another one from the overworld. Okay, I can tell. That's lovely antlers you've got. I'm Artemis. Nice to meet you. Wow, pleased to meet you as well. It's actually not that bad up here. Well, down here, I guess. I've never seen the up, but it's actually not that bad. It's got a lot of books here. The surface.
Yeah, I guess this guy's as old as people have been down here.
I thought the surface wasn't a thing. Well, I mean, at least not anymore. There's iron. Huh.
That makes
That's-
sense.
As someone from the end, we never quite learned about. At least my family never learned about any of that.
I think a couple of my ancestors were overworld folk. I can't remember exactly, but I remember hearing some stories. Come from a very mixed family, so it would make sense.
Interesting. I'm curious to learn more about that. We're not taught about any of that stuff at the university. We're only taught about magic and history and all that.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of courses for overworld history or another history, really. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so you can tell why I'm so belligerent against others for not knowing things. Overworld
That's
history.
unfortunate. Is it just, I suppose, lost? Like, or, I don't know, on purpose? That makes sense. That's unfortunate.
Maybe some things are better off forgotten.
I don't know. I suppose it leaves room to repeat things, I suppose. Well,
Yeah, and hopefully things happen again for the better next time around.
yeah.
Oh?
What do you mean by that?
That's fair.
You know, fair enough. Should really ask Violetta about this. I need to know more about my history, honestly, off the top of my head. It's a little embarrassing.
Oh, I already know mine. Quite well, actually.
Violetta Animus, she's my grandma. Yes, I'm an Animus. Where are you going?
Bye-bye. So now that I missed
Why are you running from me? Did I say something wrong?
Everything alright there?
I don't know.
Must be
I
your
can't
name.
go and get him.
Must trigger something for them. That's a shame.
Oh, shit.
Oh well. Now I owe a whole stack of gold because I missed the payment. Goodness. Hi, Marius. Oh, my boy. It's your dinner time. You're hungry. Coin tree. Ow! God, all these stupid light sources everywhere are hurting me. What is that noise?
I graduated from the university 2 years ago.
No, that's quite nice. What's your name?
My name is Sylvia Anira and Maya Animus. I know I have a long name, but you could just call
No.
me Sylvia.
So, aren't you that one's? You're part of that one family, aren't you? That one I keep on hearing about, all about the university benefactors?
The Animus? Yeah, they are, they like to pour some of their funds into learning and stuff. Kind of a tradition at this point.
Yes. I see. So they're the ones paying so well for my professor. This is glad to put a face to the name, eh?
Yeah,
So,
that's more so my parents than me.
no, I suppose it will be your contribution in the future. I must say, these are
I
really fun.
suppose.
Yes.
I
You
don't know.
know,
It depends
family.
if my brother gets to that title first.
Ah, there's always friendly competition with that, you know?
Sorry.
I mean, no competition really with me.
This is nonsense, nonsense. I had to fight to get my position anyways. I had to... Oh, it took me a long, long journey to get to that place in that university anyhow. Straight from the mud, I like to call myself.
Do you know that
Straight
these
from the
Well,
bounties
fire
are for
and...
gold as a reward?
No, there's no bounties for gold. I know that there is, I believe, if I'm correct, there is someone that exchanged emeralds for gold in the Nether.
They're all just...
What do
all
you
just
mean?
I owe not only half a stack, but I also owe an entire stack now because I was late for my deadline.
You say odd things.
Oh, have to say this is...
I guess my ancestors must have had more of a history with you than I think.
I've got to figure out how to find gold quick.
These have apps.
But yeah, there should be someone in the end that exchanges emeralds for gold, and there's a bunch of emerald missions here.
Thank you. Who's that guy? Sorry. Who's that guy?
What was...
Bean.
Oh, sorry, okay, but I have to apologize. I seem to keep on distracting myself. You're
What
right.
are you just...
I should focus and look in a conversation. You are a part of the Amos family which fund the university which I go to and which you graduated from. What major?
English and literature.
Oh, study some of the classics, eh? You know,
Yeah, and I'm somewhat of a writer myself.
1001
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
your major.
My major was in literature and then small in English, and I had a couple of minors in math, but I didn't really like those classes. They were just mandatories.
Did you study all the classics? Did you study all the classics? You know, the 91 Layers by Mazov. Phew. What else is there? Oh, I suppose Last Gay's Sunlight by the Malayville brothers. The classic Beyond the Tin Veil by Morozov. Classic. I tell you what, I haven't done much reading in Morozov, but I heard the work's quite good, quite influential.
Yeah, I tend to dip my toe more into horror than anything else. Though there's not a lot
Horror?
on the shelves as of late. It's a controversial genre.
I wouldn't expect them to choose horror for a university course. That's actually surprising. Huh.
Well, it's what I studied because they let you choose a couple of the genres that you wanted to go into, and well, no one picked that one, and it's my interest, so I picked it up.
Easy choice. Easy choice.
I have a couple of books of my own in the works. Have to get them approved by the publishing team. They tend to not like a lot of my darker things.
No.
So I write a couple of I guess easier on the eye type for my publishers to use until I convince them to use my other material.
So I am currently talking to Sylvia, who's the writer, one of the heirs to the Amos family, which fund the university which I go to and to which you graduated with an English and literature degree, and whose family has been kidnapped by witches, you say?
But I mean, there's been a kidnapping in the family?
Not anymore.
What do you mean about it? I definitely have things to ask my grandmother.
A former legacy of having their family members kidnapped by witches. In the flesh, right in front of me, Sylvia Amos, all of that. By Queen, sorry. I shouldn't put disrespect to that name like that. Who is dead. Who's that? Deceased queen kidnapped a lot of family.
That's... Yeah?
Yeah.
Poe. Anyway. But do you tell me more about what you're, researching and
Oh.
dabbling in, I suppose? I'm interested.
No, me. Oh, just a little bit of philosophy. I have a minor in Magpiean theology from time to time, you know.
Oh, wow.
Written a paper on the traditions.
Yikes! What do you mean by that? Are you not a fan of the magpie?
Not many. Some people see it as a commoner religion. Quite popular.
I don't mean to
popular here.
interrupt. I'm just surprised at seeing someone who is just as much as into the university as I am. Unless we're talking about something different.
We were
I
talking
feel-
about books a moment ago, but we're talking about philosophy and magpiology?
Magpie theology.
That's very interesting.
It was interesting enough, actually. I got to talk with a couple of officials at the church, anyways. Very interesting people. Very interesting teachings, you know?
I haven't caught
Every
them
once in a
quite
while-
yet. But I would
Every
love
once
to.
in a while, you have to sit down and surround yourself with a bunch of intellectuals and just listen to them speak. Listen to them talk about nonsense and nonsense and nonsense. But it's very interesting nonsense. If you get what I'm saying, when you just sit down there, I suppose I met them in a, well, I'm already paying for it, so let me have my joy here.
I mean, that's not necessarily.
Usually I meet them, I suppose, in the church, and you sit down and they start their sermons and their lectures, but I feel the magpie theology goes a lot deeper than that. It's all theology spans from a philosophical belief, and thus affects its own philosophical belief, which, of course, is all helping my degree in the end. So, I question not what I say, I question what I hear. But that's not important. No, much
That is-
less about me.
That's... You know
When
what?
is there going to be a war?
I like your creative style, and I don't know what he's talking about a war, but that scares me a little.
Yeah, since when was there going to be a war?
I don't think that...
Trust me, there will. I've never had
I
a
mean,
War
fight
is
a
too
war.
they've been
outdated
around
anymore.
since the surface moved down here. They've had to have seen a couple things.
My family
So
always
I'm
had
not to-
servants to go fight for them.
Well, I mean, if there were a war, you would be sorely mistaken. Often noble children are offered up for war. In history,
Oh.
at least.
I feel
Not my family.
As a...
war is far
That's-
outdated. There won't be any war. War is an outdated concept. We are in the days of negotiations and deals, trade deals, world deals. I
Yeah.
feel war
You
will
say
be
some very
written
awfully
in
cryptic
pen
things,
and
and you
paper.
know what? I think we
I-
should talk more.
I certainly hope
It's a
there's
little
no
terrifying.
war. I don't even. I'm still struggling to figure out how to work.
I mean, I would hope not, especially since a couple of the realms have finally found somewhat of peace.
I'll tell you what of war. The last war that will ever be fought is in the battlefield, and the wars to come will be fought on pen and paper and a map. That's all it will be. Drawing lines on a map. No more bloodshed. No
I did
more.
take a couple
agony.
fencing lessons, but I mean, it's not like fighting.
No, not necessary. Sportsmanship.
I have
Sportsmanship.
no idea
Standing
how
your
to
ground,
fight
proving who you are.
whatsoever.
It's a bourgeois pastime,
I have
anyways.
a knife.
Prove
I don't even know how to
loyalty,
use that.
dedication to the family, the clan, to the country.
What is
Nationalist
Yes.
beliefs. Anyways.
I
It's
mean,
better than nothing. I
a
guess.
lot of the things that I were taught were from tradition. My family's... Whoa, oh god.
See? This is fencing. War,
Okay,
bloodier.
stance.
War
Just
on pen
use a
and paper.
stance. Put your right leg back.
Hold on.
You know,
Are
keep
we
your
doing
balance.
this? Are we doing this fencing or mensur?
I don't know. I've never.
I think Solus means just fight me. Okay, so Artemis, you're gonna want to take your right leg, put it back a little bit, balance yourself. Okay. Okay, they're going down a lot. hold on a minute.
What you need to do is stand your ground, raise your arm,
Okay.
have your sword pointing downwards.
Okay. Take a deep. No, I don't think Solus needs
I have been a
training.
victim of meaningless violence. I
Okay,
feel like I've
okay.
done nothing except
Okay.
trying to improve your form.
Oh.
I feel we have come to a misunderstanding.
Okay, well, I tried there.
I realize in the context
I never
in the
had
context
the need to
of
learn.
your upbringing and from the time you lived to the time of now, war has been a deep-seated belief. And I feel I must accept older ways of belief about war. You're right. War will be fought and can be fought, but I believe it can also be fought on paper.
I hope the war is the
I
latter.
think both is correct. Oh. Hey, Renaissance.
I definitely could do with more lessons, though, whenever you're up for it.
This was an interesting. I would love to talk to you some more.
Nick? Yes, let's see, I'm doing some work with the Magpie Church tomorrow, mayhaps, actually. Doing a little charity event. You could possibly talk to a church official there if you are interested in more Magpie theology.
Well,
I do have a couple of books as well if you want some.
Oh, I do love a good read if you don't mind.
Of course, I can always get them to you at some point.
But, supposing that I am living quite near towards the church, I wouldn't mind stopping by in the middle of my writing.
That's marvelous to hear. I'd love to see a draft at some point.
Yes, I know I have one book out there, but I do believe that is checked out currently. I know that all of my works are being published to the Outworld, to the Overworld library over there right now.
Oh, marvelous.
So.
I really do love a good stare down.
Why are we staring each other down? What? And I think Solus has gone to the rafters for a second. Anywho,
we have unity, don't we? That's the whole point of the portals. I don't understand why we would be at war with each other. I mean, I will admit I am a bit of a prick to those who are not end, but I wouldn't want to go fighting them.
If war were to happen, it wouldn't necessarily be up to us. It would be up to the royals. Old King of the End. Oh God, which one?
No,
Hold on, let's.
Which one? I remember learning about a few. Actually.
How old? How old exactly? Yeah.
God,
Okay,
yeah,
now that's a name I'm familiar with.
Yeah, it
I think he was one of the first, like, royals to be of hybrid nature.
Yeah, those were some interesting lessons. Very interesting indeed.
Ooh, I do need to pick back up on history. I do miss it.
These are all just, I believe. Oh.
What?
I
What
believe.
chick?
The folk is not-
The assistant. His assistant. I remember.
He married his assistant?
I wonder
Yes.
whatever happened. I wonder whatever happened.
Ooh, Lee.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. They were in love, I suppose. Lady of Autumn.
Check.
I've never heard that
something.
phrase before.
Right.
Lady of Autumn.
Nobody has ever taught us that.
I knew that he married an assistant, but I did not know about the Lady of Autumn part, and I don't know what a Lady of Autumn is. We're discussing history.
You don't.
Hello.
In the overworld. Huh.
That's what
Well,
started a
definitely.
war?
I don't
I
think
know
it started a
nothing
war.
about. I know nothing about.
I mean,
the
he said
world, but
there was no
history.
needed.
Vintage world.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess the phrase "love not war" is real.
Yeah. I really hope if there does end up being another war, it's not because of us. Someone in the end.
I don't think it's because he's dead. I feel people die, but I don't think peace
I
dies with it.
suppose only a war would come out depending on the political. What? Huh? Hold on a minute.
You really think that? You really think that
Yes.
king isn't dead?
Oh no, he absolutely is dead. He's dead in the ground, cold and rotten like the rest of us. But I don't think peace died when he left. I think the end is fine. Right now.
Are we just gonna wash over what he just said?
In the end, where I came from, it was
He knew
far
someone who
ahead.
killed the king of the overworld, I suppose?
Well, listen, and that happens to everyone. It was a different time back then, you know. If you wanted someone dealt with, you killed them.
I came from
Nowadays, you can't do that.
far from the capital, deep into the end. I'd never even seen the capital until I moved into the university, and now there's all this. This is.
Ooh. I do
This
need to
is-
visit there one day. I'll have to visit the professors again. I do miss them.
Oh, they're great. They're very interesting.
Yes.
They are eccentric and paranoid. And they think
little
the
bit.
world is out to get them. But they
Which
refuse
is so
to see...
darling about them. Harving powers from gods. I'm not even gonna ask or dip my toe into that until I know some more history about the overworld. Or at
It
least
was a
what I can
different time
find.
and they did exactly that. That's why they were murdered. That's what I said.
Personally,
I never said that was a good thing,
if
nor I said it was a bad thing.
all
I feel it was the
three-
thing that just happened.
If all three of
And
the realms
the aftermath
just-
was good.
I personally think all three of the realms should just. We should stay unified, but at the same time also just mind our
But
own
according to
business. I
history, it
guess.
doesn't necessarily
So
stay that
nothing
way.
happens.
I mean,
Come see, come saw.
I
Different
mean,
as someone
school of
who
thought
studies,
shall carry different
how
ways.
paranoia happens,
What
fear can make people
business-
do very drastic things. What business?
what business would nether people have with the end, or vice versa?
Let me tell you exactly why. I was born originally in the overworld. I moved to the nether when I was 3 weeks old. I fought and I clawed, and I'm in the end. It is my business, and I feel closing borders, isolationism, shall cause panic, fear. You, an Enderian, come here, you see people who don't look like you, don't talk the same language as you, different customs, different
I'm
beliefs.
Not an
Mhm. I must apologize. I forgot the name of the nationality.
Advanced Phantom, or just regular Phantom, but we're more of the noble kind.
I mean, there's
They're one of the
It's,
noble phantoms.
is it,
Hybrids.
oof.
Yeah, we're more of a hybrid than an actual Phantom, but, you know.
I suppose if we were to argue, we should probably take this out of the Adventurers Guild. I mean, this is a public place.
Oh,
And we
yes,
should,
apologies.
we
I
shouldn't
have to
bother
apologize for
Solus
the
much more.
inconvenience.
Yes,
I
yes.
shall
Sorry
be
about
making
that,
my leave now.
Solus.
Thank
I
you
hope
very
you
much for your
enjoy
kindness,
your
your
alcohol
consideration,
and
and
your
not
beverages.
making any moves towards me. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and I appreciate your efforts very much. I'm leaving now. Thank you.
I am looking forward to having another fighting, I guess, spar at some point.
Sparring?
Because I definitely need to learn.
I'm a little shocked your parents at least didn't put you in fencing.
No, they... It's a long story.
Fair
I
enough.
will.
Have a
It's,
good one, Solus. Good to see you again.
Yes, nice to meet you. Let's continue our conversation.
I feel, if I could rephrase this, I feel these trade agreements that have been happening recently are of great benefit to, I suppose, this entire complex difference. Look around you. The nether looks different to the end looks different to the nether, and the overworld looks
The
different to both
overworld
of them.
looks different to me.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's practically
And
like a
thus,
whole different
with
planet.
these trade deals, great change will be made across all of these. Some might see this as bad, some might see this as good. I'm personally on the belief that with tearing down of borders, there will be two outcomes: sectarian beliefs and an acceptance. A realization that no matter where you walk, you're not treading on other people's feet. But some, and some, might believe you are an invader. Not on their land, it's not their land anymore, their own space, their own bubble,
Right.
which is. But still, those are other people, and those are not what I'm referring to. The belief that you can walk anywhere you want without treading on other people's feet is my wholehearted belief in these traits. That's the purpose of them. To cause great benefits to all the industries, the mines in the nether, the education in the end, and of course, our lovely industrial era here. Each of these sectors will benefit with trade, and as well as that, incoming people. Peace will be made, because they are all one and the same. One can't work without the other. You need gold for everything. So you can't just go up and declare war on the nether. You won't get any gold. And the same
It's
won't
a
be
fair
said.
point.
As I said before, if you grow, I wouldn't say dependent, but cooperative with these, peace is slowly chipped away, molded into an ideal form. And thus, war will simply be pen on paper, trades agreements, map redraws, all of that. Now,
If one realm
The only
falls,
threat to this
the other realms fall as
it's
well.
forces that are not the government. Forces that are not the government. Revolutionaries, perhaps. But, come see, come saw.
You are certainly a very intellectual person. I could see you being a professor one day, honestly.
Yeah.
That
You would
might
do
be
great at
a
the
goal of
academy.
mine. An objective of mine. I have very strong fibrous beliefs, anyways. A bit more, how would you say, regulation, I suppose, but still. I have to apologize, I'm rambling, I'm talking. Some words I
No.
say don't wrap over themselves too well, so I have to simply calm myself, cool myself.
It's alright.
Philosophy?
All's alright, Owen. I don't mind a bit of, suppose, ranting at each other about certain topics. It's not a bad thing, not a bad trait to have.
Oh, that's right, no.
Just worried with all
In fact,
of
I've
the
seen it as a good trend.
past and history. Is any of that going to repeat?
I wouldn't guess so if people are to be smart.
People are to be reasonable.
I hope the
Ooh.
history doesn't repeat.
Anywho.
Disturbing
Olin,
to learn.
I would love to show you the Overworld Library. I think that you could also find some things there maybe for your studies as well.
Boy, do I!
Oh boy!
Oh yes, I returned my books as well. So
Books. I love books.
God, I still can't fly well.
God damn it.
I still,
Sorry. I can't fit through the doors very well.
I still can barely fly. I rented out new books, by the way.
Well, here's some books